Well, happy Monday, everybody. It is the 21st of April, the day after Easter. Massive energy shifts happening, as you well know by now. Pope Francis passed in the night, and that's a major seismic shift just for the collective. After we just went through 4 days of Holy Week on the Christian calendar, it's kind of culminated in he was driven through in the Pope-mobile, driven through the crowds as if he was saying goodbye yesterday. And then, I mean, there's just something so symbolic about the story that he passed on like Easter Day night. And I haven't really been able to wrap my mind around all of it yet. I'm just kind of getting downloads as we go. But I want to say a couple things about this big change. When Jimmy Carter died, I saw, I saw two perspectives out there in the internet world, in the social media world. And there were people that were saying, well, Jimmy Carter died, that's the death of democracy, which I vehemently disagreed with. And the other way of looking at it was Jimmy Carter went to the spirit world where he can help more strongly. And what do we know? I mean, it could be that Jimmy Carter's energy is helping us with all these protests. Maybe he's helping us to stay safe. Maybe he's helping us to stay motivated from the other side. And Francis passing, he took his name from St. Francis of Assisi, who helped the poor, who was kind and compassionate and caring. And Pope Francis didn't represent all the gold and the corruption of the Catholic Church. He took a stand of, he didn't live in the Vatican. He didn't live in the elaborate, surroundings. He lived in a smaller quarters. And he spent his entire life advocating for the poor and advocating for a compassionate humanity. And that's why I liked him so much. That he really made an impact on me more than any other pope. I did see a movie about him several years ago, and I was really amazed at how, there are people on the planet that live literally in heaps of garbage in parts of the world. And a lot of that was brought to light. So may he rest in peace. May he continue to shine his light on the planet. And before we jump into the reading for today and the astrology, I really want everybody to know that even though we were really just appalled that J.D. Vance went to the Vatican because he's such a sinner, if you ever read the scriptures, Jesus welcomed the sinners too. And the sinner is most in need of, they have to repent. What J.D. Vance has done with the immigrants is it's despicable. It's appalling. He sold his soul to the devil. Let me say this. Joe Rogan interviewed Sadhguru a few years ago. That's Sadhguru right there. I was shocked and stunned. What's he doing interviewing Sadhguru? He's a total Trump guy, Joe Rogan. I think Sadhguru planted a seed in Joe Rogan. Not that he's going to be all ethical and moral from now on, but Joe Rogan's starting to wake up. And I'm not banking on J.D. Vance waking up, but you don't know what happened internally with him. You don't know if I almost said St. Francis. You don't know if Pope Francis might have transmitted some kind of a conscience seed within JD. We might never see it, but there are things that we'll never know. So let's get into Ernest Holmes. And it was quite a weekend for me. I really did feel transformed, as always, by the observance of Holy Week that I do. This is the 5th year. So please check any of that out. The sermons were wonderful, and I'm so grateful to have this, this church. that I have. Based on Ernest Holmes' teachings, mostly, the metaphysical approach to spirituality. And he says, O Lord, how manifold are thy works! In wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches. May we be a more compassionate humanity. I said that, I haven't started reading yet. May our minds be so open to the infinite abundance of love and beauty, compassion, there it is, and goodness, simplicity and sincerity, that it flows around the world, bringing back as it must the joy that is God. It's perfect. Let our song be full, and all the weight and the burden fall away as we face the sun. Let us silence all fear, all doubt, all pain, and identify ourselves with the living Spirit. Let us commune with that presence and use that power in the beauty and quiet of this moment. Breathe into us, O eternal Spirit, everything that stands for beauty, everything that is meant by power, law, and order, warmth and color, the artistry of life, and the certainty of love and friendship. Impregnate our souls now with thy Spirit. Infinite God, within and around us, we feel thy presence in our souls. There is one life, and that is God. There is one perfect presence, which is good. Infinite Spirit within us, eternal presence. I am thou. I am which thou art that which I am. We're all one. Let us turn to that divine and radiant center of life, the light that lights every person's path, and consciously unify ourselves with the great love, wisdom, and power of the Eternal One. I am that which thou art that which I am. I love that. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and so it is. It's got nothing to do with religion. It's infinite energy and love. I want to mention, too, that, the light is winning the battle. I want everybody to just give up this idea that the light is not winning the battle. I know we have moments of that. I think the end is coming for Putin soon. And, I just want to point out that if the light wasn't winning, he would have captured Ukraine in 3 days like he wanted to, and we're into our 4th year of this war. And don't think for 1 second that this, orange buffoon administration that's complete criminals, don't think for 1 second that they're strong, because they are so weak. And we need to oust every one of them. So let's keep our focus on that. Let's see what Kathy Beale has to say with the astrology for today. Today just feels like a power day. I think I'm probably feeling the moon shifting into Taurus, which happened on Saturday. I had a new grandnephew born on Saturday. That was special. I'm not even sure if he was born as an Aries or a Taurus, because I'm not sure what time he was born. I'll find out. So precious. And so the Sun in Taurus and Mars in Leo. It's pretty big. Like I said, a seismic shift. Here's Kathy Beale for EmpowermentUnlimited.net.
This is Kathy Beale of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro Insight for April 21st, 2025. Today is mostly the aftermath of yesterday. There might not be a new development. You could just be feeling the shockwaves and the get up and go of whatever erupted within you and in your life. It's okay if you end up spending more time than usual online, or maybe even just talking to and hanging out with your friends. You're figuring out where the world is heading, and particularly where your world is heading. That's all for now.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. I feel like I want to just give you all the message that if you want to shift and transform your life, now's the time. Now is the time. And we're all shifting and transforming. There's nothing we can do to stop that. We can go willingly or we can go kicking and screaming, but we're going. We're going into big shifts. I do hope that you watched Church of Spirituality for the amazing messages that were there over the past 4 days. And then the sunrise service that I did right on the rocks on the ocean, I did see, I did some cloud scrying, I'll call it, and I saw Kamala's face. And then I saw Dumpy's face with smoke coming out of his ears. We'll talk about that tonight. Maybe I can find it and point it out. It was real small. 3 cards to get us through the day. Thank you for joining me, and please hit the thumbs up and please subscribe. And if you're a member, if you join and become a member, you have access to all the classes that I'm teaching that are just going to on videos that are set for members only. Breakthrough. This is definitely what I'm picking up. This card could summarize the energy of today. Like, I don't even have to look at the other ones. I'll look anyway, but this is really the card of the day as far as I'm concerned. We're integrating the big giant breakthroughs. The light, I love the way the light's like crashing through, because that's exactly what I'm feeling today. It's almost like the cards are reading my mind. Get past the guilt that's held you back. I just mentioned my members can take my classes. They're included in your membership. 40 Days to Releasing Religious Guilt is a great one. We don't want to be looked at by the rest of the world like we're terrible people. We understand what the Russian people go through now that Putin's puppet is illegitimately in our White House. But people are starting to feel guilty for not being involved. So we're having breakthroughs there too as we integrate. They're kind of reintegrating into participating in our democracy. The American people, as they're seeing the fallout. And you know, like, it doesn't feel good to not participate, because when things that are horrible happen to our democracy, every one of us, you know, is kind of put into this place of reflection, like, gee, maybe I should have been more involved. What can I do now? I think a lot of people are considering running for public office more than ever before in the face of what's happening. Maybe you're one of those people. Okay, so here we have it. Breakthrough. Breakthrough. Don't break down. Breakthrough. Because the breakthrough's happening anyway, we might as well just do it. I'll do a pop-up later today. Bob the Bunny says hi, and he had a really great Easter season. No bunny hop today because it's the Monday after. Prayers for all the people who are mourning Pope Francis passing. So I'll do a pop-up later, and remember, PNN is tonight, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. live Eastern time. And what else? Oh, please book a reading, psychicannetdion.com. I have tons of time. All right, namaste. Have a good one. Keep your chin up.